The national winner is set with Privy Council. Now they're on their way. They're racing in the first, and Jack Will Do was away nicely on the outside. Gilligan out fast. Moon Chasers dropped in behind them in the early part. Privy Council, Val Tinska prominent early, and Bullwinkle is settling towards the end as they run along past the 300 in the first circuit. And the grey Jack Will Do goes to the lead and lands about a length and a half in front of Gilligan second. Privy Council is third, and 2 lengths to Val Tinsk. Bullwinkle is moving up on the outside of Val Tinsk now to go into fourth and fifth placing, and then Past Master when they leap this hurdle. Moon Chase through on the inside of him, being followed by Wild Trista towards the end down the hatch, and Yo-Yo Joe whipped the field in. They've jumped the first 3 of 11 hurdles in the race by the 2200 and out to the riverside, and Jack Will Do more than 2 lengths to Gilligan, 2 lengths to Privy Council, a length and a half away Vautinsk, and 3/4 to Bullwinkle, 1.5 to Moon Chase, and then 2 lengths further back is Down the Hatch improving out wider from Wild Trista and Past Master, and Yo-Yo Joe is last of all. Over the 4th hurdle in the race now, that's the first on the riverside. Jack Will Do by 1.5. Gilligan is second. Privy Council is a length away third. On the rails fourth is Vautinsk, and Bullwinkle is fifth on the outside in the blue colours. One behind him, Moon Chase over on the rail at the next hurdle, and then 2 lengths further back Down the Hatch from Past Master, Wild Trista, and 2.5 last is Yo-Yo Joe. By the 1600 metres, here's the next hurdle with Jack Will Do the leader. Overwood didn't jump it very well. He lands by more than 2 lengths to Gilligan second, 3 lengths to Bullwinkle. In fourth placing Privy Council, then Vautinsk fifth the inside, 1 1/4 to the top weight Moon Chase, and 2 lengths Down the Hatch, Past Master, Wild Trista, and Yo-Yo Joe as they leap that next hurdle near the back of the course. At the 1200 metres, here's the next one coming up. Jack Will Do has increased his lead. He jumps that one about 5 or 6 lengths to Bullwinkle, who's moved to second around the outside of Gilligan, more than 3 lengths to Vautinsk, Moon Chase, then Privy Council, 2 lengths Down the Hatch, another 4 lengths Yo-Yo Joe. Past Master's a long way back, and Wild Trista last when they leap this next hurdle. And Jack Will Do has come back to the field, and he's been claimed by Bullwinkle, who finds the lead a long way from home. Moon Chase is only a length and a half away and within challenging distance now. Gilligan back fourth on the inside, and then Vautinsk. Down the Hatch coming around the outside from Privy Council, Yo-Yo Joe. Past Master next to last in a bunching field, and 4 lengths to Wild Trista. At the bend now, there's 2 to jump, 500 metres to run, and the Grand National winner Moon Chase has raced around the field and gone to the lead over Bullwinkle when they set sail for the run to the judge, and they're clear from Vautinsk. Here's the second last one coming up. Moon Chase jumped it better than Bullwinkle. He drew about a length in front now, and then Vautinsk going to break 2 Down the Hatch, and then Gilligan and Past Master. At the last, Moon Chase over it well, more than 2 lengths Bullwinkle, and then Vautinsk, and that looks the trifecta. 100 metres to go, and Moon Chase is nicely clear with his big weight of 71 kilos. Class prevailing here, and Moon Chase goes on to win it easily. Photo for the miners, Bullwinkle and Vautinsk. Then there's a long break in the field to Gilligan, Past Master, followed further back by Down the Hatch, Yo-Yo Joe, Wild Trista. Then came at the back of the field Jack Will Do, and Privy Council is a bad last in the race. All class there, number 1.
Pack about 3 parts in front, but We Ourselves has gone up quickly, and they jumped it together clear of Amaglow, then Denny Boy, King Senic, the gang getting a wriggle on when it's all over, and then a Merisley, but around the turn We Ourselves went for home. 250 out, opened up 4 or 5 in front of Amaglow, then King Senic.
Inside Intelligent, a horse off the rails. Miss Zoe is 3 wide and Boulevard is 4 wide. Second last Countess Christie now. And close up Exciting. They race to the side of the track. 700 to go, and Katima is the leader. A half to 3/4 of a length now. Cut above. Happy Spring is third. Boulevard wide out fourth from Forest Express. Intelligent. A length to Miss Zoe. Countess Christie is back second last and a length and a half. Exciting travelling to the bend. 500 out now as they corner. And Katima is a clear-cut leader. More than a length on Happy Spring. On the inside is Cut Above. A couple of lengths to Boulevard, Forest Express, and then Intelligent followed on the outside Miss Zoe. Countess Christie still back second last. Exciting's last. It's Katima, 200 metres to go. More than a length Cut Above. Happy Spring now. Countess Christie's warming up, and Forest Express going with her, but Countess Christie out in the centre, and Forest Express forge away with Countess Christie doing by far the better, and Countess Christie wins it well from Forest Express. Miss Zoe got third, and then Katima weakening notice of Boulevard, and then came Exciting, followed by Cut Above. Happy Spring was second last, and Intelligent Absolute.
And we'll have them set for action. Miss Penny Money just bouncing around a little. They're ready. Racing. Miss Penny Money began okay today. Transparent Lover jumped out fast. Oak Valley from the outside came away from the rails in the early part, but is going quickly. Transparent Lover's having a bit of a bump with her in the early part. Galajade is with those. Enemies come out fast on the grandstand side, and Hurricane Inicky is out there as well. So over on the other side of the course, as they race to the 800 and Brooks Express, it sped to the lead in front of Gilded Angel and Classy Miss on her outside. Love of Georgia in the red colours is the deepest of those horses down on the flat side rail, followed by Silk Wind Song Dancer, and Heather's about last of that flat side division. On the grandstand side of the course now, and Oak Valley led Transparent Lover. They're both under some pressure. Miss Penny Money and Galajade are closer to the middle of the track, and they're clear of Enemy and Hurricane Inicky. On the flat side, Brooks Express near the 300 leads by more than 2 lengths to Gilded Angel, who's coming home well. Classy Miss, and then came Love of Georgia and Heather. Miss Penny Money's put herself in the picture on the grandstand side. They look to be a little between the divisions. Miss Penny Money on the grandstand with Enemy, and Brooks Express and Gilded Angel on the flat side. It's Gilded Angel getting to the front on the inside. Gilded Angel is the leader, and Gilded Angel has taken it out and beaten Brooks Express. Miss Penny Money third in the first home on the grandstand side in front of Enemy and Oak Valley. Next, Heather on the other side of the course in front of Love of Georgia, Classy Miss and Wind Song Dancer. Well back in the field on the grandstand again, we had Hurricane Inicky in company there with Galajade and Transparent Lover, and Silk was...
Now here's the lights on. They've jumped in the distance race of the day. Star Pro, the grey on the inside, away nicely. King Royale has got away well too, and so has Prince Phoenix out wide. Just off the speed is Northern Ochre, a length and a half Fiddler's Green. Then Grand Scenic the inside, and a length away last of all is Proud Sun. They're about to negotiate the turn out of the straight and head towards the far side, and with about 21.50 to race, the leaders are joint leaders, where it's Star Pro on the inside and King Royale. They're about a length and a half in front of Prince Phoenix, and fourth the inside is the hurdler Fiddler's Green. Behind them then came Northern Ochre, followed by Grand Scenic and Proud Sun ridden quietly at the tail. In steady light rain, they head towards the 1850 metre crossing, and the leader Star Pro by a length shows the way from second King Royale, third Fiddler's Green, fourth Prince Phoenix. They've got away a little, 2 lengths then to Northern Ochre, and 1.5 away Proud Sun outside of Grand Scenic. The mare is down on the inside at the tail. I suppose there's 5 lengths first to last as they race into the far side and go to the 1600 metre peg, with Star Pro a long neck, now a half, nearly 3/4 in fact, just sneaking away from King Royale, who's restrained quite severely. Third is Fiddler's Green, just checking back off the heels of the grey leader. A length away to Prince Phoenix, and they're not going hard. 2 lengths further back to Proud Sun outside of Northern Ochre, and then a length and a half at the 1400 last of all the mare Grand Scenic. Star Pro is the leader as they forge along the far straight by a half to King Royale, and Fiddler's Green still being held off that leader's heels. Over on the outside next was Prince Phoenix, who's travelled sweetly. A length and a half. Proud Sun's made a little bit of ground around Northern Ochre and ridden very quietly at the tail. 2 lengths away came Grand Scenic. So they move down the side now, going to the 1050, and it's still Star Pro, but now joined on the outside by King Royale, and they clap on a bit more pace. A length away then Prince Phoenix, with Fiddler's Green fourth, Proud Sun fifth, back 6 on the inside Northern Ochre, and only a length away to the mare and the tab elect, and that of course is Grand Scenic. At the 800 metre mark they quicken up more so, and it's Star Pro a neck in front of King Royale. Prince Phoenix is poised behind those. He's about to move around them 3 deep. Fiddler's Green is coming out with him. Then came Northern Ochre pushing up near the inside, out wider, and then came Proud Sun, who's back to a clear second last again when they sprinted, and Grand Scenic is last, and they're both under the whip. Around the home turn 400 out, and Star Pro shrugged off the other one, King Royale, and got a length in front. Fiddler's Green holds third, took a nice run up on the inside. Prince Phoenix, Northern Ochre, Grand Scenic, Proud Sun's going to run last, it would seem. They come to the 200 metre mark, and it's still Star Pro. He's a length in front. King Royale, Prince Phoenix. The back markers are not making any headway. Star Pro's getting away from them, the grey, and Star Pro's going to be much too good for these. He'll break through for his first win today, Star Pro. Star Pro by 3. Second, King Royale. 2 away, Prince Phoenix. They were followed by Fiddler's Green. Then over on the outside was Grand Scenic. Between them, Northern Ochre, and about 10 lengths away to the last start Warwickville winner, Proud Sun. Number 6, Star Pro. An easy win.
settling down from Passmore, a length and a half to Quick Star and a half then to Robin of Sherwood, 3/4 to a length further back Shogun Lodge. Pinnacle Road is giving the rider Peter Losh an awful time. He's going through on the inside, pulling and reefing, and Nostromo the rank outside is last. 7:50 to go, and High Rolling held together by Glen Boss, 3/4 of a length on Passmore. Quick Star wide out third, and then Robin of Sherwood followed by Shogun Lodge, and a couple of lengths to Pinnacle Road and Nostromo. This is the order. 600 metres left to travel, and High Rolling making play. 3/4 of a length on Passmore, a length to Quick Star. On the fence next is Robin of Sherwood. 3/4 to Shogun Lodge, and Pinnacle Road and Nostromo are the joint tail enders. Straightening up now, 3:50 out, and Passmore is bridging the gap on High Rolling, a length to Quick Star, and Die pulling Shogun Lodge to the outside. Still 4 lengths from High Rolling, who's giving plenty of cheek at the 175. High Rolling in front. Here's Shogun Lodge warming up now. Passmore starting to struggle, but Shogun Lodge has got them. He's racing away. Oh, he's a good gelding, this fella, and Shogun Lodge wins it brilliantly. Second is High Rolling, Passmore third, and fourth Quick Star, and then came on the inside Robin of Sherwood. Pinnacle Road has run second last, and the rank outsider trailed them in Nostromo.
Line up, 1,800 metres. All in, the Flemington Rose, third of 9 races today, they're set. Starter has them, Haywire not quite right, an attendant behind and one in with the filly. Racing now, Haywire began a little awkwardly, but better than she did last start. And first out, Sempre Benet from My Jasper, Quick Mick and Royal Voyage is up there in the light blue cap on the outside. Van Halen in the all-white going on, and then Haywire, Pukahina, Ruby Gate out wide improving, followed by Pearl Glow, Noir Ruler, and back last of all is Lord Zephyrit. Going to the 1,400 metres now, Royal Voyage works to the lead over Sempre Benet. Third placing held by Van Halen, moving up to second now. A length away, Ruby Gate out wide from Quick Mick, one further back My Jasper and Nectar Pukahina. One to Haywire, who has about 3 behind it, including Pearl Glow, Noir Ruler and Lord Zephyr last by 2. Heading to the 1,100 metres now, Royal Voyage by 1 length to Van Halen. In third placing, Sempre Benet on the inside from Ruby Gate, and one further back is Quick Mick. They're followed then by My Jasper, about 6th over on the inside from Pukahina, and then a half a length away to Haywire, 1 Pearl Glow, 1 Noir Ruler and 1 Lord Zephyr. Royal Voyage, the leader coming down the side. He's been able to dictate terms once he got to the front. Led Van Halen and Neck, Ruby Gate third out wider. They're followed then by Sempre Benet, and next in the field then is Quick Mick round the outside as Pukahina edges a little closer. My Jasper in the nose rollers over on the inside about middle of the field from Haywire, Noir Ruler, Pearl Glow and Lord Zephyr at last cornering. At the 500, Royal Voyage, the leader, from Van Halen and Sempre Benet held up behind the leader, then Ruby Gate. My Jasper's trying to get into the clear. Quick Mick went ahead of it. My Jasper's held up, and Haywire's still about third last. Royal Voyage heads down to the 200, kicked away by 2 lengths now. Royal Voyage over Van Halen, and then Sempre Benet, My Jasper, Quick Mick and Haywire, but Royal Voyage has been a good ride at the 100. Leads by 3, My Jasper, Haywire and Van Halen, but Royal Voyage beautifully ridden by the Gouch, and it's Royal Voyage to win it from Van Halen second. My Jasper will be third in a photo, and then Haywire, who ran on late, followed by Quick Mick. Back behind those to finish was Sempre Benet, Pearl Glow, and then Noir Ruler, Pukahina, Lord Zephyr and Ruby Gate back last of all. Well, he just stacked them up and waited, and then out-sprinted them in the run home. Number 1, Royal Voyage, ridden by Darren Gouchy, too good. Photo for the minors is between Van Halen and My Jasper. Van Halen's got second, and third, My Jasper, 110 and 3.
Rosehill and Sunline to fight out the Kewney. No arguments with the bookmakers. Thanks, Anthony. Have a bet with him a little bit later. He's going a bit dusty.
Road to the Triple Crown.
Here, back to the inside, Arctic Wind runs on, and deeper still to Berta, but it's Set the Pace coming after them. Set the Pace moves after Habsburg Gold. Habsburg Gold fights back. Habsburg Gold just in front of Set the Pace. Set the Pace tries hard, but it's Habsburg Gold just in front, and Habsburg Gold has won. Second, Set the Pace. Third, I think, Brookside Storm. Running on Rydell High together with the other stablemates, Tristalik and Arctic Wind the rail. They were followed close up then by Screened, and then came Star Games running on at the end. Further back behind those, Bold Endeavour, Southern Supreme, Omaha Spirit knocked up. Further back behind those came Unprovoked with Kentavros, and wider out was Illustrious Ruler, and they were followed in the last couple by Elizabeth's Fury, which stopped in the straight, and Berta.
To Troon and Bullseye, a couple to Isla Tan, Singer second last, and Get Going brings up the rear. Down to the 650, and here Fashion News races up on the outside, the nose sozzled. On Traverse, third around, Splendid Horse, 1 to Snore, 3/4 Happy Hero, and 2 to Troon, a length to Bullseye, 2.5 to Isla Tan, 1 Singer, and 2 lengths to Get Going. They're on the swing for home now, and sozzled on the inside, and Fashion News having a great duel. 1.5 lengths on Splendid Horse, and on Traverse, Troon the fence, and 2 lengths to Snore, and then comes at the head of the others on the inside. Bullseye starting to weave clear at the 200. Fashion News is just the leader, but Troon grabbed it immediately. Sozzle gave up in the twinkling of an eye. Get Going running home with Singer. The leader is Troon. Get Going trying to pick it up. Troon is hanging on, and Troon will win. Troon has beaten Get Going with Singer third, followed by Fashion News, Happy Hero, Bullseye, Snore, then Splendid Horse on Traverse. Second last was Isla Tan, and Absolute in the field was sozzled, and by golly, Fashion News has given Jamie Innes an awful fright shortly after the line, because he decided that he was going to do a left-hand sharp turn, and he did just that, and he's ended up in the 2000 chute. Jamie Innes came round that turn into the chute like a sidecar passenger. The great horsemanship kept him aboard Fashion News, and no harm done.